Sorry, my iPad just randomly like shut out of the app. I
Okay,
apologize for that.
it's all right.
And for some reason I can't put a background on right now. So I don't.
Oh,
It's not letting me put on. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, it has me on some random ass. Fucking damn, that was weird. All right, we're gonna go. Let me put on this. All right, what were you saying?
so yeah, that's basically what I was saying. That it naturally it goes against our reproductive system. Like how we reproduce. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so if it's reproduction based, right? Do you think it's wrong for me to engage in intercourse with a woman who's infertile?
To be real with you, I wouldn't, because if I'm trying to have a kid, I mean,
Do you
what?
think it's wrong though? I mean, I'm trying to have a kid too, but do you think it's wrong?
Um, Depends on what the person's looking for. If they're
Okay,
looking,
so let's say I'm not looking for children. Do you think it's wrong for me to engage in intercourse with a woman who's infertile?
no,
Okay, let's say gay people are not trying to engage or trying to produce children. Do you think it's wrong for them to engage in gay intercourse?
yes,
What's the relevant distinction between these two circumstances that means it's wrong in one circumstance and not wrong in the other?
because you know why? For them to have intercourse, they would have to do anal, and anal is obviously a less.
So is lesbian intercourse not wrong?
It's not, but
Okay, so why is anal wrong? Is anal just as bad in straight people?
yeah, I don't do anal. Period.
So you think it's wrong, just as wrong if straight people do it?
Yeah, I do too. Yeah,
Okay, so like when it relates to this, why is it wrong?
because I mean, a man is not meant to get pumped up the butt. You know what I mean? And
Then why is there a prostate in the asshole that produces sexual pleasure when stimulated?
I don't think that was what that was naturally for. I mean, you do have to also use the bathroom and take number two. So I mean,
Then why
you
don't
know,
women have a prostate?
why don't women have a prostate? I don't know. That is a good topic right there, bro. You brought up
Okay,
a
well then
good.
how do they poop? Completely fine, right?
Yeah, they do. I'll give you that. But I'm just gonna say I just think that it's personally wrong. Because it's just not my flavor. You get what I'm saying? I personally understand that everybody has their own thoughts and their own way of life, so it's whatever floats people's boat. But I'm just saying I don't think that it's right because we can't God produced Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. You know what I mean?
So it's God. God intends for there to be men and women, and that's it. So how do you know that God exists to then proclaim this?
Now I'm gonna have to say a correction on that because I did say God, but I believe in a creator and a higher power. I do believe that there was a human that was well designed, better than any other human. I also believe we were bigger. So I do have different beliefs on things, but I don't have belief like in a God, but I have a belief in a creator. You get what I'm saying? I believe like God was
Okay, so how do you know that how do you know that you were particularly designed this way then?
because to be honest, you need a male and you need a female. Like a male has the seed and the woman is the carrier. A lot of people
Because you're
don't
just
even.
saying it leads to reproduction. Okay, if it's because it leads to reproduction, well
Yeah.
then do you think oral is wrong? Appreciate this hand heart. Thank you so much.
Uh, no, I don't. And the reason
Okay,
why I don't, because like I said, it's back to everybody's preference. You know what I mean? But oral with like oral could be just kissing. So that's just basic. You know what I'm saying? That's not really a good enough of a example to use. I just believe that being gay, you know what I mean, is just it's just not natural. It's not normal, and that's why back in the days,
what do you mean by the term natural?
well, meaning like that's not how we were designed. Because back in the days, this wasn't it wasn't open like how it was now. Like I mean, I remember being going to middle school and stuff like that, and there was kids that were kind of feminine, but we kind of knew they were gay, but they never came out about it. And everybody always hid that kind of thing in the closet because it wasn't accepted. And I feel like now the narrative is just being blasted so much on so many different levels in social media, and that's all they.
Wait, just because it wasn't accepted doesn't mean it's bad, right? It wasn't accepted for people to engage in interracial marriages in America. Does that mean
And
it
I
was
still
considered
don't believe
bad?
it. Hey, but you know what? That you're right, but that's something different though, because when it comes to somebody's skin tone, and you're just saying, "Hey, well, you know what? We're not going to have no connection because you're light, you're white, and I'm dark." That is just that's to me, I think that's ignorant. But when it comes to two men engaging each other, there's just it's not natural. I understand that, about a brotherhood type love and shit like that, but for
Again,
kids,
is natural just mean not leading to reproduction? Because then it's not natural to engage in intercourse with a woman who's infertile, and I don't think you consider it to be wrong.
oh, I don't, but I mean, like I said, if a person was looking to reproduce, we're only really supposed to have sex to reproduce. So if you really want to get on a topic of it, all that shit is wrong, basically. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I've had sex.
Wait, what all of what's wrong?
Having sex out of wedlock, like naturally, we're supposed to wait out, for the woman that we love. You know what I mean? I think people now look at sex and partners as just like job interviews. Like, it's just what's hot and what's not at the time.
So
Um,
if who you fall in love with is a man, is that fine then?
no,
Okay,
because
so then again, the same thing stands.
there's still two types of love that men could have for each other that's not on a gay level, on a sexual level. Like I love my friends that I've grew up with, you know what I mean? But it's a different type of love. It's not a love to where I'm gonna jump into bed and want to have intercourse with them. I'm gonna support whatever they're doing, but not if they're gay, because like I said, I don't believe in that objective. When you have to be somebody and you have to be who you are and that you're being gay, you're a role model naturally because kids are gonna look up to things, you know what I mean? So if your agenda and your objective is being gay, and then you're performing these activities or you're saying this to children, then that's the wrong type of influence, you know what I mean? Because I think gay is just being a phase. I don't think people were born gay. I think that a lot of gay people have had some kind of traumatic experience or were forced into some kind of
What do you
sexual.
mean by the agenda?
Well, like this, like I don't believe people are naturally just born gay. I think that people have had like situations and certain
Wait,
trauma.
when you say by born bisexuality, what do you mean by that?
Meaning, like, I don't think people are born to like the same sex. You get what I'm saying? I
Okay, do
think
do
that
you
has
do
to
you
do.
think that you have sexual attraction at birth?
No,
So you weren't born straight either, under your view.
you're right. We weren't born straight nor gay, but
So we were born with the characteristics to be straight and the characteristics to be gay.
hmm, how would you put it like that? Why would you say that we were born to have the characteristics to be gay?
Yeah, because I think it's biologically determined. There's a biological determinant for us being gay and for us being straight. For example, can you choose to find me sexually arousing right now?
If yeah, well, you know what I mean. Like, if no, not a man, you know what I mean, but a woman, I could
So if
because
you
that's what I'm
so
attracted
if
to.
you no, but you can choose to act upon your desires, right? But you can't. You don't have the desire to find me attractive or to find other men attractive. Therefore, you cannot act upon that.
Yeah, exactly. You know
Okay,
what I
so
mean?
like, I mean, that tells me that you can't choose, and then if it tells me you can't choose, well, then clearly speaking, I think that indicates to me that
Well, do you agree with this though, Parker? Say,
wait,
for
hold up.
example, right? Say for a person who's racist, right? I know this is getting a little bit off topic, right? But kids are taught racism. A white child or a black child is just not raised to be racist.
Appreciate the hand art. Thank you so much.
You know what I mean? It takes either, when you speak to some people that are racist, they say, well, a black guy robbed me. Or, you know what I mean? They might have had a bad experience with a black person. The same thing I feel applies when it comes to gays. You know what I mean? Maybe a man might have experienced being turned down a lot by women. You know what I mean? Or maybe he's been played a lot. You know what I mean? By women who've cheated on him. So then,
Wait, no, there are scenarios where people like literally it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that in general, right? I don't think it is the case that you can just choose otherwise, right? Can you choose? Here, let me grab water actually.
yeah, I don't think it's about choosing though, man. I just think that, but yeah, though.
Sorry, I'm starting to sound like fucking Robert Kennedy Jr. Yeah, just give me a
No, but
second. Let me
you
get
make
hydrated.
good points, brother. Like, listen, I'm not against you. I'm not a gay bash. I'm not a hater or nothing like that. You do bring up good views. You know what I mean? You do bring up good points and stuff like that. I'm just saying that I think it's just that even for example, right, like my ex, she had a couple of friends. They were beautiful. They were all beautiful girls. And basically her two homegirls were basically grooming her to be a lesbian. Like they would say, hey girl, let's come out with us. Let's go have drinks. Let's have fun. This is a different way, right? So then they would all act like they were just, on this womanhood thing and this sisterhood thing, but they, secretly they were grooming her to be a lesbian. They're
How do you
saying
know
like,
that they were grooming her? Appreciate it,
because
Corgi. Thank you so much.
they would say things like, "Oh, well, girl, I couldn't do that for that man." Like she would cook for me, and she'd clean up, and she'd wash my clothes, and so just do natural things. And she would, her friends would be like, "Oh, girl, it couldn't be me. Oh, I wouldn't do all that," and that's why her girls didn't have a boyfriend. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
how did that like groom them to be
Well,
gay?
because like I said, because when we were spending time, they would always want to intervene and try to get her, and then they would pull her off, and then they would always try to say like, "Oh, come out to eat with us, come have drinks with us," and then every time they would go out, they would always have to have drinks. So they would
So
get
they're just hanging out and getting drinks?
no, they would
How
have
does that groom?
no, no. Hear me out. They would have drinks, then they would get on the dance floor, and you think that it was just normal, And I'm not saying that every female friend has these kind of objectives, but a lot of them do. When they're sitting there seasoning you up, saying, "I couldn't do that for a man, and I wouldn't do all this for a man," you know what I mean? But yet they don't have a man, and all they hang around is
How
other.
does that get someone to be lesbian?
Because say like if they had like me and my ex had an argument, right? Once again, her homegirls would come through. Girl, you don't need to be with him. Y'all don't see eye to eye, and shit like that. And you could just tell that it was just personal grooming. You know what I mean? Like they
That
didn't.
has nothing to do with grooming people to be gay.
It does, because sometimes the easiest way to pimp somebody out is when they're not even knowing that you're pimping them. You know what I mean? We learned that through prostitution. Okay, so that's how it is. You know what I mean? Humans sometimes will react to things when they don't see the setup. Okay, it's just like the same example with COVID. That's why they're pushing this narrative now of being gay. They never push this narrative like this, because they want to stop reproduction.
What is going? I'm so confused, right? Who is pushing this?
America. Anytime that America's going to
America? Like who in America?
the president, the politicians, the
When did the
legislators.
president say something like this? The president was literally against gay marriage, like
Mm-mm.
fucking less than like a decade or two ago, a decade and a half ago.
If you
He was
listen to
literally
Joe
against
Biden,
gay marriage.
I can pull up a bunch of clips with Joe Biden over there saying he has gay friends, he supports it. Obama, let's be real. Michelle
Wait, wait,
Obama,
wait, yeah. Them saying that they support gay people, that doesn't mean that they always have.
well, you know what? They're supporting them now, so all of a sudden they changed, right? You said that Joe Obama did. I mean, you said that Joe Biden didn't. He wasn't supporting gay marriages, but now he's all over the TV screen supporting it. You
I
see what
mean,
I'm saying?
he doesn't talk about it all the time, but yeah, he
I
does
didn't
say he
say all the
supports it
time,
now.
but he does, you know what I mean, support it. He's not against it. You know what I mean? He spoke out
You
for it.
said something about Michelle. What
I
were you gonna say
believe
about
that,
that?
yeah, you're right. There's been plenty of times that, even Barack Obama has gotten on TV and he's always saying, "Me and Michael," and then when you look back, Michelle Obama didn't even
You
remember.
don't believe in that, do you? Oh
I
my
swear
god,
I do.
dude. No, you don't, dude. Like, why, dude? There's literally like no evidence.
Why did
There's literally a manipulated video. Appreciate the
Joanne Rivers,
subscription. Thank you so much.
Joanne Rivers even brought that out? But what happened when
Yeah,
Joe
that's a person Fox News.
with Joanne Rivers also was
Oh wait, no, that's not. No, I was
no.
thinking of different rivers.
Yeah, yeah, Joanne Rivers. She died. Remember, she went in
Yeah,
for
well, I that whatever. Someone made that claim. That doesn't make it true.
yeah.
Can you give me evidence of that claim?
Well, there's a lot of photos when she was on Oprah. They have photos, and when she was on Oprah, and she was kind of doing
Those
like,
are the edited ones.
you think they were edited?
You can literally go watch the video and you can't see anything.
Well, when they did the close up on the videos, they said it kind of looked like there was a bulge in her pants, and the way she
No,
came.
there are many videos of Michelle Obama being in yoga pants and running around at the White
You
House
can do the
doing
tape job.
doing fitness stuff, right?
You can do a tape job because I mean, I have a cousin who's a tranny, okay, and he tapes up
Yo,
well.
don't say that. Don't say that.
Oh, my fault. Well, what's wrong with a tranny?
You say trans person.
Trans. I mean, well, my fault. You know what I mean? But trans. That's what I'm saying too. You know what I mean? Like all this stuff about like men being able to say, "Well, I'm a woman now," and all that. Like that, you can't choose and pick a gender. You get what I'm saying? Like that's scientifically proven. If you were born with a penis, you're a man.
That's not actually what we consider, by the way. So like for example, right, there are people intersex, right, that wouldn't necessarily fit within that definition, right? Two, when it relates to this, right, I think that there's a difference between sex and gender, right? Gender is going to be relating to your social commitments, right, towards like the different types of social and cultural norms that are typically associated with the sexes, not the biology in of itself. So when a trans woman is claiming that she is a woman, right, the claim isn't that she's biologically female. The claim is that she, right, has commitments, right, a desire to be in accordance with these particular sets of social and cultural norms. Kelly, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much.
No, Coco Riga or whatever your name is, I'm not lost on conspiracy trends. What I think of it is just that, I think that everybody else has just been brainwashed into believing that this is okay. You know what I mean? And it's okay. You know what I mean?
You've
Like,
been brainwashed into thinking that it's wrong. Can you give me an argument?
no, I couldn't. Because you do have very good debates, man. I give you that. I even gave you a follow, man, because you're good on your debates, man. Like I will give you that, but you won't change my mind on it. You know what I mean? And
Why not?
because to be honest, I have certain beliefs that to me as a person that I value, and I know a lot of people will, throw away their personal beliefs just to gain attention and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But me, my personal values and beliefs are very important to me. So I that's just something I stick with. I have kids, you know what I mean? I don't want to lead my kids down
You
that
see,
path.
but that's confirmation bias, right? You're saying regardless of the arguments, regardless of the evidence, I'm going to hold this position. That's confirmation bias. That's you put yourself in this bubble. You said, I can't move myself from this bubble because this is what I believe. That's terrible. That leaves no progression. It's a fixed mindset. You're also in that standpoint believe that you have everything figured out, which you do not. Jackson, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much.
This is what I'm saying though, right? Like, say for example though, if two men are together, right? And say if maybe down the line, you might have thought you were going to spend your life with this person and this person meets a female and then he likes the female, right? There's a lot of gays that have said, hey, I'm not gay anymore. So why is that the case then that people say that were formerly gay and then when they have waken up, they said, you know what? When I came to, I figured it out that this was wrong. And I feel that, you weren't bought here by two men. You were bought here by a male and a female. So for you to naturally sit here and say that, it doesn't affect reproduction, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for,
I didn't say it doesn't affect
you know what I
reproduction. What
mean?
I said
I'm
is
not
that
trying
you
to
can still
argue.
reproduce even the fact that you're gay.
No,
Secondly, I wouldn't be here if my dad literally didn't get divorced. If my dad stayed with his first wife, right, and I didn't get divorced, I wouldn't be here. And actually, under notions of say Christianity or other types of religious beliefs like that, right, he shouldn't have gotten divorced.
well, you know what? I'm not religious. So I agree with you on that point. Like, you know what I mean? I heard you say something about that earlier, and I
Oh, okay, so you're
definitely
not religious. I
no.
misconstrued. I thought you
Yeah.
said you were.
Nah, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not religious. I agree with you on that, man. Even the same views that you have on the Bible and shit, like you brought up very strong topics. I don't believe in the Bible myself, so I agree with you on it. But I'm just saying, just personally for reproduction. That's why when I got on, I said only for reproduction issues. Why I feel that, you know what I mean? I just feel that it goes against what's natural. Like I said, naturally, it takes a male and a female to recreate. So that's what God designed us to do. You know what I mean? That's what God has set that system up. I didn't make this. You know what I mean? You didn't.
Sierra, thank you for the subscription.
This is just the way God designed. This is just the way we were wired up and designed. You know what I mean?
Oh God, sorry, that's what I thought. Okay, so you believe in some type of God, but you don't know how that's the design. I appreciate the galaxy. Thank you so much. Just because it leads to reproduction doesn't mean that's the design, right? Can you give me an evidence that just because there's a particular function that means that's the purpose?
Okay, so check it out. If say, let's use this as an example. Say if I wanted to have a kid with you, right? Could you have a kid? Could we have a kid?
Oh
You
no, no,
see
no,
what I'm
we
saying?
can't.
But I'm just saying though. You
That
know what I
doesn't
mean?
mean it's wrong though.
I hear you out. You know what I mean? I hear you. You know what I
Again,
mean?
again, the same thing didn't apply to the woman who's infertile and the man engaging in intercourse, right? Is there anything about the mouth that tells us that, right? You kissing your girlfriend or something like that is okay?
I feel like showing love and affection is different, for
You can do that
everybody.
in sex.
Yeah, you can, but I feel like, everything doesn't have to be sexualized as well. You know what I'm saying? I think that it if people took the time to really truly understand who they were, and just instead of seeing entertainment and things like that and just taking things and running with it or whatever narrative is being pushed, I think if people really took the time to, you know, get a little bit off social media and, remove themselves from their friends and the everyday distractions of life and, close themselves in a room and really figure out who they are and that's who they naturally are, then hey, so be it. But I feel like if everybody went on a real life course and they took time out to study their self and really learn who they truly were, nobody would be gay. And I really do believe in that, and I
Yeah,
do.
so if people just try to determine who they truly are, people wouldn't be gay, but it is the case that when people do that, they determine that they are gay. So that just doesn't make any sense.
Like I said, because there's different experience people have. Like I said, I've heard of men before getting tired of women because they got tired of women playing games with them, but that was just a particular woman that they would just.
Yeah, you can wait. Just because I'm tired of someone playing games with me doesn't mean I'm gonna like find men attractive. That's not how it works.
Well, you know what though, but
Yeah, I
there's.
appreciate that hot mustache. Thank you so much, Trisha.
I didn't say that everybody did, Parker. You know what I mean? I'm saying that hey, there's different strokes for different folks, and everybody has different experiences. There's some people that may have been beat up and pressured into things. There's people that go to prison and that have bad experiences. There's a lot of different reasons why people can turn gay. You know what I mean? And
People don't turn gay. People are gay.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that you were just naturally born gay. I don't.
Again, you don't believe people are naturally born straight. You believe people are born with the conditions to be straight or
Well, guess
conditions to
what,
be
right?
gay.
When you were in school as in kindergarten, right? And this is the only grade. This is back to the last grade I can
Yeah,
remember.
I knew that I liked girls, and there are people in kindergarten that knew that they like boys when they're boys.
I
I
never
appreciate
met
the
them.
had mustache.
I never met them. You know what I mean? And when I was in kindergarten and when I was in
There
school,
are people in the chat that would tell this to you.
I think they're bullshit. I think they're bullshitting, and I'm gonna
That
be.
what makes you okay? So why are you telling the truth?
No,
I think you're bullshitting. I think that you
I
don't
think
find attraction towards women. You find attraction towards men. I just think you're bullshitting.
I have 5 kids, my man. How would I find
No,
a?
you're bullshitting. You're bullshitting. Appreciate that mustache. Thank you so much. People could say in the chat they've been in relationships for decades. You'd be like they're bullshitting.
I mean, I hear you on that, man. I mean, if you want to be like that, I get it. But nobody naturally is gonna just go into school, okay, and have their first experiences and say, "Hey, I like boys." Their
That
first, like,
happens all the time. Pepsi Man, appreciate the subscription. Thank you.
maybe nowadays it happens because now in elementary schools and stuff like that, they have trans people coming in there reading books to kids, and
That's not common. Taylor, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. And there's
so there's a
nothing
lot
wrong
more
with that
exposure.
particularly.
There's a lot
Plus,
more
that
exposure.
doesn't make people gay. You can be around trans
It's
people.
an
It has nothing to do
influence.
with being gay. One, two. That has everything to do with gender, right? Gender again, right? Just because you're
We all know kids
shown
have
different
influence.
genders and stuff like that, different expressions, doesn't mean that you are going to adopt those expressions.
But we know kids though pick up on influence, and let's be real. Let's not act like you can't influence a kid easier than you can
Yeah, people have
influence
been
an adult.
influenced to be straight. People have been influenced to be Christian. People have influenced to be of many different religions. You're not talking about any of those. Appreciate the
No,
Mary Jane. Thank you for the
but
subscription.
because
Thank you.
because you asked about a particular topic, and I'm telling you that it's wrong to take dingling up the butt. Okay, it's wrong for another male to be pushing his dingling up somebody's
But you
ass.
still have yet to give me a good reason.
Well, that's a good reason right there. You know what I mean? Like you're not supposed to be putting your personal private parts somewhere where feces is coming out. That's not
Okay,
good.
and that's not at the same time. That's at different times. You're using something that pee comes out of. Kaylin, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much, Kaylin.
It's worse. Pee or doo doo.
I appreciate the duck. Thank you so much. Well, I mean, if you don't clean as a man, that would be worse than if someone
Let's
cleaned
be real,
as a
right?
man when they're talking about
If
anal.
you didn't wipe off after you took a leak, and you didn't wipe off and you didn't clean your ass and wipe your ass after you took a
I
dump.
understand that you think that. I agree.
Let's be real.
I think that clearly it's like considerably like dirtier, right? But it is not the case that someone who does not clean when it relates to engaging in intercourse, right, with their male member versus a man who is cleaned, right,
Uh-huh.
engaging in anal intercourse.
I think it's gross. Like I said,
Okay, do you think it's gross to find feet attractive?
I don't personally find feet attractive, but I don't think
Is
that
it gross?
to me it is. Yes.
Yeah, is it wrong?
No.
So just because it's gross doesn't make it wrong.
Well, if that's what somebody's into and that's what they like, and if, their partner's willing to let them experience that, I mean, that's good for them. That's what floats their boat. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
but we don't consider it to be wrong, right?
no, we
That's the
don't.
point.
I mean, I just, like I said, I only think it's wrong when they push the narrative on kids. You know what I mean? If you're an adult and that's the way you want to
Thank you
go
for the
and
disco ball. I appreciate the reality, Joe. Thank you so much. Okay,
we
good.
don't, I
But
just want
but
to
push
say,
the narrative. You just mean like say it's okay to be gay. That's all you mean.
this is all I want to say, right? Everybody thinks that this life that we have down here on earth, this is all that there is. You know what I mean? And that's cool and fine and dandy. You know what I mean? Let's, ball out, have a ball, but I just want everybody to know you will be judged and based on, and you will have a decision made on your life for everything that you did while you were here. Okay. And I'll tell you
You don't
what,
even believe in a particular religion. How do you know there's judgment?
because listen, right? I said I believe in a creator. I didn't say I was religious.
Believing in a creator does not entail a judgment unless you believe in a particular religion.
Check it out, right? If you have any type of things that's against humanity, I feel like we will be judged on that. You know what I mean? And like I said, everything that we do here, somebody is going to have to, when we check out of here, we're going to have to answer for that. Okay, that's just the bottom line. And that's within everybody who's living life, you know what I mean? And they're trying to live just to be selfish and live for their own personal benefits. Like, we're supposed to help each other. You know what I mean? We're supposed to, man sharpens man, just like steel sharpens steel. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, people can have their fun and do what they want to do, while they're here and experience life. But at the end of the day, you have to you can stray from the path, but you have to get back on the path to success and know what's right and wrong. I think that when you get a little older, you will mature and you will probably decide that you want to have a family and you want to be with a female yourself. And that's just
Yeah,
my opinion of
yeah.
you. I could
So,
be wrong.
Robin, thank you for the Venmo. I appreciate it. And by the
I
way,
don't
we
think
did
you're
actually
really gay,
ask that
Bob.
question.
I don't think you're
Um,
really gay. I think you know what I mean, that they just hide you to push a narrative, and you're a real great debater and talker. So I think
yeah,
that,
I'm not gay.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just think that,
I never was
you're
gay.
who you.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that, you know what I mean? Like, you were put on here to just basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, bring people to the masses. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to lie.
Wait, do you think I was like? Do you think I'm like paid to be on here by like some like corporate entity or like by the government?
um, I think so.
Dude, that's wild, bro. Actually,
I do. Because, the government likes people with influence, and you're smart. You know what I mean? And you do have
can I would love
I
some
will give you
government
that,
money to say the same thing I say already. Can I get some government money?
bro.
Can I
You're
get some corporate money? I would fucking love it, dude. I'm a college student. I'd fucking love it.
I think you already got it, though, bro.
I literally grew up in fucking Iowa, bro. Do you think the government came to me and is like, "Yo, let's
If
get
they
you on
haven't,
debates,"
I'll
right?
tell
Like,
you what,
I
Park. I'll tell
debated
you what.
people on fucking Omegle, right? Like, how the hell
Park,
would they know of me?
Park, I'll tell you what, man. If they haven't yet, they will be coming soon, brother. You'll have that check coming soon, brother. Because
Yo, C Squirrel, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah, if I get a check for saying the same shit I say now, fuck yeah, give me that money. Thank you for the hearts, I appreciate it. Ian, thank you for the subscription, I appreciate it. Fuck yeah, give me that money.
bro, you're gonna get that bag. I'm telling you, they're coming for you, bro. Because
I'm
yo,
waiting. I'm waiting. Give me some money. I appreciate it. M, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate the 6 month. Thank you so much. Where's my check? Where's my check?
brother,
Let's be
trust
so
me.
real. Let's be so real, chat.
Oh, they
Like if
see
I have to say the same shit and I get paid more money, I'm gonna take the fucking money and I'm gonna tell y'all. The fuck?
bro. They're coming for you, bro. Trust me. Mark it. Listen, mark my word, bro.
Run me my checks.
When they come in, you better send me $100 in Cash App and be like, bro, you gave me the good luck. I'm
Oh,
telling
so
you,
real,
bro.
so real. Run me some checks. We're gonna be running giveaways all the time. Let's go.
Oh, facts. They're coming, bro. They are coming for you. Trust me.
I'm
Yeah,
waiting for it. Waiting for it.
I'm telling you, man. But you have a good night, though, bro.
You as well.
It
Let's
was
go to the
good
next
talking to
person.
you,
Only
bro.
send a guest request. If you disagree, tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get it out to more people. Share the live, everyone. You already know the deal. Let's try to get to 3,000 shares, y'all. But let me get on to the next person. Again, only send a guest request if you do disagree, y'all. We are just looking for debates. Keep tapping that screen. Parker, you watching Dean's live? I can't listen to Dean's live right now. No, I can't. We have a little bit left on my live, so I won't be able to for like 20-something minutes, 27 minutes at least. All right. For some reason, Parker the paid actor. I fucking wish, dude. I actually wish, dude. I would love to make some money for the same shit. Literally, I literally get to do what I fucking love and make even more money from the government. From the government? Hell yeah. Dean is so arrogant. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's true. That's true. Parker, can I have my gifts back since you're paid by the government? So real, dude. So real. I actually would be able to do that. That's so funny. Parker, get a sponsor. I've never had a company come to me. Maybe because I don't have my email and stuff in there, but I don't know. Maybe I do need to make like a business email. I honestly probably could. Okay, first one has to be Dr. Pepper. I would love Dr. Pepper. I would love for any soda company to sponsor me. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Hello. All right, we're gonna go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. We're just looking for some debates, everyone. Chapstick sponsor, that'd be great. Yo, what's up? How old are
Um,
you?
hey there.
Wow, that was such a great thing for you to do. Wow, you're such a great person. Oh my God. Oh my God. TikTok is such a great thing. Mountain Dew is better. I love Mountain Dew. I fucking love Mountain Dew. I miss it though. I miss it. Adam and Eve sponsored. So real. So real. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
What?
How old are you? They did not sound old enough. We're just gonna go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. But literally drinking Mountain Dew right now. It's too late for me to do something like that. I love the Baja Blast. There's like a bunch of different flavors that they have got recently that are actually pretty fire. Like Mountain Dew's been going wild, honestly, not gonna lie. Only send a guest request if you disagree, y'all. Keep tapping that screen, y'all. Mountain Dew is like battery acid. Yo, what do you mean? What do you mean? It's good battery acid. Come on. It's good battery acid. It's like that battery acid that just like, gives me that great feeling, you know? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
21.
For sure, do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Yes, personally, I think it's wrong
Why so?
because it's just wrong, bro. Like as they said on the previous guys, they were like, the bolts and nuts one, and like it's morally wrong to put your penis in a butthole
Why?
because it's not like it fits in there, right? It fits in there, yes, it does, but it doesn't mean
How do you
that.
know it fits?
Yo, I mean, it looks okay. That's a stupid question, but like it fits in a bottle. It fits in between the couch. It fits anywhere. It fits in any hole, bro. But it doesn't mean that it should be in that hole.
Hey man, I don't know, bro. If it fits in any hole, man, that might be a you problem. Katarina, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much.
I'm not saying that I put my thing in a hole. It's just an example. But yeah, man, it's not supposed to go where, feces come out.
Yeah, so here's my question, right? Why is it supposed to go in a place in which period blood comes out of?
Because that's just how nature works.
I could say the same thing with anal intercourse.
Well, it's not morally correct because like we can't reproduce like that. We can't expand like that. How do we expand? By putting my dick in a butthole.
What do you mean?
How
You
do
mean
we
like reproduce?
procreate?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so for example, right? Do you think it's wrong for me to engage in intercourse with a woman that's infertile?
I mean, like, what are the intentions with that? Are we intending
Expression of
to?
love and pleasure?
I don't think that that pleasure would be the correct way
So it's
to
wrong
go in that. Yes, it's very wrong.
for me to engage in intercourse with a woman who's infertile.
Yes, why are we doing that?
Okay.
We're doing it
Do
for
you think oral
pleasure.
sex is wrong?
Oral as in mouth.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I also think that is very wrong
So you've never done that before.
because
Appreciate the purple light. Thank you for the subscription.
no,
Appreciate
I
it.
haven't. I haven't did that. Personally, I will never do that because firstly, I believe in doing things the best way possible and the righteous way possible, if you get what I mean. And I don't think that putting my lips on a vagina is righteous, if you get what I'm saying. It doesn't procreate. It doesn't lead to procreation. It doesn't. Yeah, man. I
Is it
think
wrong
that
for you to kiss your wife?
I don't think it's wrong for me to kiss my wife. I mean,
But
that's
it doesn't lead to
affectionate love.
reproduction.
But it's more of a symbol to show that, you know what, I do love you
King
and
Buddha, I
I
appreciate the
do
subscription.
care for you. Just like
Okay, same
how
thing can be with
you.
sex.
But nah, I don't think that with sex you could actually you could I don't think you can put it in that context because like it's two different things, you know? Like with sex, we are the main narrative behind sex is to procreate, as I said. But with kissing, on the other hand, we are showing it's a symbol of, you know what, I love you.
Well, I have a question. So, like, let's say a married couple produces children, or they have multiple children, and then later on in their life, right, they want to engage in intercourse, but they don't want to produce children. Is it wrong if they like got a hysterectomy and a vasectomy, and then engaged in intercourse?
I personally think that they are now following down on the wrong path. Yes.
Christy, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. So it's wrong.
Because now they're following the ways of pleasure
So
and
it's
not.
wrong to have intercourse outside of the context of reproduction.
Yes, it is.
Are you married?
No, I'm not.
Are you a virgin?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
I
okay.
know it's weird in this day and age for this to happen, but yeah, man, this is just how it is for me personally.
And you're waiting till marriage.
To the masses, unfortunately, yes.
Okay, so you think that doing anything just for the notion of pleasure is wrong, even if it's for expression of love.
Yes, I think that's the worldly thing to do. But for me personally, because I'm on a spiritual journey, I don't think that'll be good for my mental health, if you understand what I mean.
Okay. All right, so like my question here would be that so your idea is just that any type of intercourse that is not for reproduction is wrong, even if it's straight intercourse.
Straight intercourse. What do you mean by straight intercourse?
Male and female.
What I think is that, back to my point, being male on male is just wrong, bro. Female on female is just wrong.
Um
If we go back to where this all started, it was never ever it was never ever tended to be a male on male. If we go back to the first human beings, there was never ever something, even in the 1800s, there was never ever something like,
HM, I appreciate the subscription. So how do
there
you know
was
that it
never
was
ever
not meant
some.
to be that way?
It's because even a dog, bro, a dog goes to a male dog goes to a female dog, as well as a female locust
There are some
goes
male
to
dogs
a
go to other
male
male dogs.
locust.
Wait, by the way, there are hundreds of species that engage in gay intercourse.
Really, I didn't know that.
Hundreds of different
That's a fun
species. Mads, I
fact.
appreciate the subscription. Trisha, thank you for the hanging lights. I appreciate it. Yeah, there are hundreds. I can send you a source that shows you that.
Wow, that is a fun fact. But yeah, man, going back to what I said, man, if you look at the first human beings, or what do you believe in? Can I ask you a question? What do you believe in when in terms of how it all started?
I don't know how existence came about.
You're not sure, But do you agree that before technology and before everything was the way it is right now, do you agree that there was a male and a female and they procreated and we became and while we're having this conversation, due to the fact that we're having this conversation, they procreated and they made us.
Well, not everyone in this chat was made through procreation. Like through, I mean not procreation, through engaging in
But
intercourse.
that's
Through
now.
engaging in
Yes,
intercourse,
I,
yeah.
I, I totally agree on that. I totally agree on that. But that's now in our ages. What I'm talking about is later back then, where it all started.
I mean, but what's the point of that, right? Even if it is the case that these conditions were necessary to bring me about, it was also true that conditions in which were like, say, for example, right, like the genociding of Native Americans in the United States. If that didn't happen, right, I likely wouldn't exist. Okay? Does that mean that it was good for that to happen?
Personally, I think that it was meant to happen. What happened happened.
Was it good?
What happened happened. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad, but it
You
happened.
wouldn't say it's bad for an entire community of millions of people to be genocided?
I mean, like, it happened. Someone ordered it. Someone ordered it. I mean, on them, yes, it is bad karma, but like, it happened, and yeah, it was bad. Let me just say it was
So
bad. It
so
was
you
bad
agree
for
it's
that to
bad.
happen.
Okay. What was your So I'm confused what your point
Yeah.
is then.
All I'm saying is going back to what the main question is here is, why is being gay wrong? It's wrong because when we go back before technology and before everything that's being pushed right now and the narrative that's being pushed, like the LGBT community, and it all goes back to good versus evil. You understand that? Because if we look at it nicely, what we're trying to do here is push a narrative, whereas we just telling the masses that, you know what, think what you want to believe in, whatever you want to believe in that. But there's some things that you can believe. I can believe that a bottle of water is not good for me. You understand? But does that make it the correct thing to believe in?
No, I'm not saying that any belief you have is right. That's not what I'm saying. I'm asking you what's the reason why it's wrong to engage in gay intercourse, right? And you're telling me like reproduction. So you're saying that any intercourse outside the context of reproduction is wrong, even if it's in the context of a man and a woman that's infertile, right? So it's just relating to reproduction.
Yeah, yeah. It all goes back,
Do
like
you think it's wrong
when you
to
say the
not engage in
infertile.
intercourse with anyone
I mean, like,
and never want to? Like
if
if you
if you
don't want
think
to
of
ever
it,
engage in intercourse with
if
people?
you think of the Christian context, I'm not really a religious person. I'm more of a spiritual person. But if you think of it in the Christian context, Mary was a virgin, so she died without having intercourse. So I won't say it's a good
Same thing with Jesus, by the way. So is it wrong to be celibate?
yeah. I don't think it's wrong to be celibate,
Oh, okay,
but
so
it's
so
all
but
it's
like
all it's all this it's
but
all
it
on
doesn't lead to
your own
reproduction.
personal journey. Yeah, it's all on your personal journey. If you think of Jesus in a way, he's not actually he's partially God, partially human being.
No, the idea is that
Yeah,
it doesn't lead to reproduction though.
yeah, it doesn't lead to reproduction, but if you think of miracles like Virgin Mary, she reproduced, but she never gained intercourse. I'm not saying that happens that now in these ages, because the world is very corrupted these days. We won't have people pushing that narrative. We won't have people having those type of miracles because of the masses, and their narratives and their mindsets as well. They don't have that God
Danielle, I
conscious
appreciate the
anymore.
subscription. Thank you so much. And W Nat, by the way, for 6 months, and same with
Yeah,
Trisha, by the way, for 202 days.
WNAT.
You're okay. So the point you're getting to is that that it's not wrong to be celibate or to never to engage in intercourse, but that action doesn't lead to
It's
reproduction.
all in your personal experiences.
So wait, why is that not bad? Because again, if the whole point is that you need to reproduce, then why does sex have to be used in only in the context of reproduction?
You know, you got a good point there, and I totally agree with what you're saying. But as I said, it's your personal experience and your personal experience with God as well. Some people believe that they are gonna die a virgin, yes, and they find themselves and their identity in the Virgin Mary. Maybe they find their life experiences going towards her life. You understand that part? And
Not really.
same as being gay, they really find themselves in other gay people, you know? Some people are lost out here. They find themselves in other gay people and be like, hey, this might be the type of group that I belong to. So let me join that. Some people come out of it. Some people
Wait,
are
so you
like,
think people choose to be gay?
personally, I think time. Life is made up of time and choices. That's all we have right here. Time and choices.
Do,
And
do, you,
is it
do you think that
choice
you
to
choose
be
to be
gay?
gay?
Yes, I do think you choose to be gay.
Could you choose to find me sexually arousing right now? Bling, I appreciate the
I
subscription. Thank you
could.
so much.
I could
You
if I
could?
wanted to, but I
Could
would
you choose
not
to find
because
your
I'm
mother
straight.
sexually arousing?
I could choose, but I would not because that's the immoral
Okay.
thing to do.
Could you choose to find your daughter sexually arousing?
Your daughter, yes, but I would not.
Could you choose to find your father sexually arousing?
Father, yes, the floor, same as a water bottle, same
You
as a
could you could find
TV.
the floor sexually arousing?
You
Do it
know,
right now then.
I will
You see
not
this
because
water
that's
bottle
not
right
with
here?
my.
Do it.
Yeah,
Do it.
I will not because that's not the
Oh
mentality
yeah,
that I
that
have.
crystal geyser shiny water bottle. Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
Thank you for the Franktastic. I appreciate it, Amy. Thank you so much. Oh yeah.
You know, some people find mayonnaise and toes sexually arousing. So you'll never know.
Yeah,
Some
and
people find,
I think that's biologically determined. I don't think that's their choice. I could not choose to find feet attractive if I tried.
yeah, man. But who knows? Who can determine what you can believe in tomorrow?
Me.
I mean, if you can't foresee your future,
I
who
can
knows?
foresee my future.
Really? I
I
don't
can
think you
foresee it.
can.
I can.
How can you? Are you
I
God?
would, you want to put money on it?
Do you believe you
I
God?
bet you I bet you $1 million that tomorrow I will not be attracted to those things. I bet you fucking $1 million.
I mean, man, you cannot determine that because you don't know what tomorrow
Okay,
has in
you
store
want to
for you.
bet?
Just like
Let's
you
bet.
don't know
Let's bet.
tomorrow, just like you don't know tomorrow that whether you're gonna
Let's
live or
bet.
not.
Let's bet. $1 million.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
bet.
You know
Accept it,
what?
bro. Come on.
I won't accept it. You know why? Because me personally, I
Whoa,
also know
why?
that
Why? Why
I
would you accept
wouldn't.
it?
Because like I wouldn't personally, I wouldn't also, find the floor sexually arousing tomorrow. To think of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I fucking
I
wonder
wouldn't.
why.
So I
I
wouldn't
fucking
choose
wonder
it
why.
because I wouldn't choose that. It's a choice.
Wait, wait,
I
wait, wait,
wouldn't
wait.
choose.
So
But
choose it. Choose
I
it. Try
believe
it.
that you can choose it
Actually, you
if
know
you
what? You
wanted
know what? I'll
to,
fucking
or
bet you
if
on
you have
this. I
contributing
will literally, dude.
factors.
I'm actually not joking. I will
Yeah.
not joking. I bet you literally $500 that you cannot choose to be sexually aroused by the floor.
Bro, I could if I wanted to, and if I was locked in a room and I was mad, if I was insane, I could have did it. You know, if
No, no, no,
someone
no. I'm
could.
asking you. You literally do it now. $500. Let's do it. Let's put a fucking bet on it. Accept the bet. Come on.
I
Five hundred
will not
bucks.
accept a bet to make love with the floor because I'm
Come
not that
on. You don't have to
insane.
make love with it. I'm just saying be sexually aroused by it. Give me a fuck yes. Let's bet. Come on.
Ooh, that floor looks so dirty. Oh
You did
Lord,
not just say
look at
that,
that
bro.
floor. I just did, bro.
No,
Now
you're saying
listen,
that, but like you
you
actually think that you
can.
can be attracted to it. That's why it's weird, dude.
Bro, if someone could
You
be
did not just do that, bro.
sexually aroused by a butthole which feces come out of, which makes no sense. Leave out the prostate,
Dude, that
whatever,
no, no. There's
whatever.
actual there's
Bro,
literally biological reasons that indicate that we are attracted to those things, right? Like, how can you explain? Can you explain to me how that can happen? Cameron, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. Just choose. Just do it right now.
how could I be sexual? Okay, if there was no humans on this planet anymore, no animal life,
Yeah, you could remove
only
all human
plants.
life, all animal life from the planet, and I'm not going to find the floor attractive. I promise you that.
I mean, like you will never know how insane you could go without other people in here. Just like you'll never know how insane you could go in a closed
No,
off
no,
room
you're
with
saying
no
you could
sound.
choose. Wait. You're saying you could choose, but you can't choose right now.
Have you ever heard of when a person goes into the silent room where there's zero noise? That person goes insane, starts hearing voices in their head, and they just go insane after
New
that.
sexuality just
That's what I'm
dropped.
saying.
New sexuality just
If you've
dropped.
never,
Are you floor sexual? Are you floor sexual? If you are not,
are
if
you
you are not
floor
floor
sexual
sexual
really?
yet, make sure to join the new advertisements. Floor sexual. That's what we're promoting here today. Promise you that it's the best thing you'd ever see. I promise you that. If you don't become a floor sexual,
They should put
then
that on the
then
non-binary.
you will not be you will not be a happy individual. Okay, I promise you that.
Without the
Promise.
floor. Yeah, man, but like as I said, you'll never know what can happen if you never go through that experience. You know what I mean? Can or
Yeah,
can't
you just
happen.
gotta find
Let me
some
put it
floors
that.
attractive, man. I promise you. I promise you, it's gonna make you feel better. Hardwood, carpet, tile,
I mean,
just all the
that
pro
floor's
floor all
looking
across the
very
board.
hard right now.
I
The
promise you
floor's
though.
always
Promise you,
hard,
man.
so you'll
Promise you.
never know.
Yeah, the floor is looking real dirty, real nice right now.
And
Promise
real
you.
hard.
The floor sexual.
Floor sexual it is, bro. But yeah, now back to the point, bro. It's just it doesn't make
Get some
sense.
wood on wood
It doesn't
on
make
wood on
sense
wood
to be
action. I
gay.
promise you. Get some wood on wood action.
Do you believe in God?
No, I do not.
May I ask you why? What makes you say that there is no God?
There's contradictions in particular worldviews. One, two. There's no good justification for God. Three, arguments from simplicity, right, which is a theoretical virtue meant to compare the levels of assumptions under each hypothesis.
So why would you compare other people's opinions on what you think? Because like to be honest, having your experience with God is your own experience, you know what I mean? Like I'll wait for you to have that experience by yourself because I will share one of mine when I knew that he was real. It's when I prayed for something and it automatically came to me. And it wasn't like, somebody really heard me say it or whatnot, but they literally answered my question that I asked God. Someone came to
Yeah, I
me.
have a question. I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that there is some level of probability that if you ask for something that it might happen right after? Like if you just say something in your head that it might happen after. Do you think that there's
There
some
is
level
a
of probability for
probability,
that?
yes, but
Yeah,
but
so
it's
like
it's
even
it's
if the even
it's
if the
not
probability
likely.
hold up. Even if the probability
Yeah.
is low, you agree that there are gonna be some people in the world that experience things like this, right?
Yes, there is. That's totally correct, and I hear where you're coming from, but it just doesn't make sense to say that there is no God when, I mean, that even the Bible says it. We are made in His image, and what you're doing right now is you're creating content, right? So what makes you think that someone never make you to create content? I mean, like, if you were put on this earth to create content, right? What makes you think that there's no one above you?
What
It's
makes you think that
something to
there's
think
no one
about.
above me? Well, I just don't have evidence. Do you have evidence?
I mean, the sky is here, the
Yeah,
planets are
that doesn't mean
intact.
that there's
I
something
mean,
like a higher
gravity,
being.
it does, bro. Like
No, it doesn't.
the ocean is not it, bro. It literally
I
says it
don't see how
all.
that
Like
follows.
you breathing right now says it all,
Yeah, I don't see why that follows. Can you explain?
bro. Okay, I see, but like personally, I just think that you're gonna have that experience, and when you do, bro, it's although you'll have all the scientific explanations of it, once you get that spirituality, bro, hey, I'll leave God's timing on you, bro. Thank you. I'll head out. It was a great chat.
All right, for sure. See you later. All right, everyone, we're gonna get off here for
Thank you, bro.
tonight. I appreciate everyone who did come on today. We will be on tomorrow around my normal times, everyone, probably around 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. We're gonna send everyone over to Dean's Live right now. So again, if you like my content, make sure to follow me. If you haven't already, y'all know I go live every single day. But before y'all do so, make sure to go to my YouTube or my video that I just posted here on TikTok. Spam the whatever podcast is at. Like the video, watch the whole thing. It will help get it out to more people. We're calling out the whatever podcast because they're literally running away from debating me and Dean. Apparently they want us to pay 10,000 to go onto their platform, which is fucking wild. But yeah, make sure to respond to that. Go to Dean's Live. It's Dean. Spam Parker Raid. Spam love from Parker. Everyone look up It's Dean. Spam Parker Raid. Spam love from Parker. You already know the deal. Love y'all so much. See everyone later. Have a fantastic night, everyone, and peace out, y'all. Love y'all so much. Peace out, everyone.